All right. We are ready to go with this one at 170 pounds. This tail of the tape brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile's knockout coverage and unlimited data. Jumeau, 31. Dhiego Lima is 30. Lima, huge frame for this division. He is taller by 3 inches. He will also have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions. Back inside of the buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Atlanta, Georgia, USA, Dhiego Lima. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 13 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Hamilton, Waikato, New Zealand, Luke the Jedi Jumeau. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
Thank you, Christy. Ready to go here. Round 1 here at welterweight. Between a couple of guys with momentum, they are Dhiego Lima and Luke Jumeau. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile's knockout coverage and unlimited data. Jumeau in black, Dhiego Lima in white. Hard to penetrate that high guard of Dhiego Lima. Luke Jumeau will try to do just that.
Dhiego Lima's a big guy for the weight class, long, rangy. Jumeau's doing a good job of doing exactly what he said he needed to do. Try to build his way into the fight. You see him not just rushing, really taking his time, trying to find a path to which he wants to attack Dhiego Lima.
Outside leg kick is there for Jumeau. Sort of expected this type of pace early on.
He knew that Dhiego Lima's a guy that's not going to be reckless, and he had to match that type of fighting style if he wanted to be successful. And to this point, he's done it. I know we're only a minute in, but they're both showing a lot of respect towards each other.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
Nice low leg kick right there by Lima. It doesn't take many. If you can land those calf kicks over and over again, you can really slow down your opponent. It's always nice when you watch a guy like Lima, who hands are always in the right place when he's striking, throws his jab, right hand's always on his face, elbows tight to the sides. He just does a lot of things correct when he's in the striking range.
Dhiego Lima's brother, Douglas, one of the better welterweights in the world. He did his last camp at Tiger Muay Thai, so Dhiego finished up his training camp there, a week and a half in Thailand, alongside his brother, Jumeau, Anthony Rocco Martin, alongside as well.
And he said he did it for the time,
right?
The time frame. You know, he didn't want to come over here and need to adjust to the time difference from back in Atlanta. You know, so he came early and spent some time in Thailand and in the same time zone as Melbourne, and feels as though he's been getting great sleep and having great training sessions, and he thinks it'll benefit him tonight.
It'll be interesting to watch that developed left hand of Luke Jumeau. He's always been known as a guy who hits hard and has heavy hands. Lima rips the body and seemed to be on the wrong end of an eye poke there.
Luke, stay for me, please. Hold time. Stay where you are, Luke. Look at me. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Perfectly?
Yeah.
No blurred?
A little bit, hold on.
Okay, okay. Stay where you are. Let's just check. Let's just be safe, okay?
That's fine.
No problem. Luke, just there. No cornering, guys, please.
Yeah, sort of a rake there.
Yeah, a little bit more of a rake, like he tried to almost slap him, and the fingers went to the eye instead of more of a jamming his fingers into the eye as the guy was coming forward.
I like that Mark Goddard, even though he didn't have the right angle, gave Dhiego Lima the benefit of the doubt and gave him a moment. Man, these fans are nice people, huh?
I mean, unbelievable. You know, like any stop in action, they start clapping. You know, guy gets hit low, clap. Guy gets poked in the eye, clap. They're just happy that they're getting to watch fights.
Cape Verdean knocks out an Aussie. Respect.
They all cheering for him on the way out. I think it's like the old wrestler back in the day, Mick Foley. Regardless of where you are, you thank the fans, and they always pop for you. And the Cape Verdean, thank you, Australia, I love you, and they went crazy for him.
90 seconds here to go in round one that has been fairly slow-paced. Both guys just landing 5 total strikes thus far. Jumeau adding to that total there.
And look at the redness on that leg already. Look at him starting to walk gingerly. Jumeau starting to walk gingerly on that left leg. If I'm Lima, I'm going back to those low leg kicks.
And oftentimes it can only take 1 or 2 of those calf kicks to render you a one-legged fighter.
Look at how bruised up the leg of Jumeau is already. And look how he's walking gingerly on it. He's so worried about getting kicked there again. He's hesitant to go forward. But now that Lima's landed it a couple times, he's gonna have to do it off of something. He's gonna have to throw a jab to get Jumeau thinking up top and then land that big leg kick.
Nice job by Lima to close the guard and then fire back with that left hand. 20 seconds now to go in the round. Jumeau feints. Well, as Jumeau suggested, he is countering patience here with patience early on. Lima once again able to block that offering from Jumeau.
You want to talk about some leg damage? Listen to the leg kicks of Dhiego Lima.
Oh.
And you wonder why Luke Jumeau is reacting to every single low leg kick. When you take those, it's very damaging.
You send him when you want him to go to throw a 2-8 and you hesitate. Okay, now the butterfly's gone now. Reset yourself, reset your mindset, and let's flow. Okay? Okay? Yeah.
Trust yourself a little bit.
He's going to move to your left, to your right side to take your calf. Whenever he moves there, 8 out of 10, he's going to throw a low 4 to your calf. Okay? So face him, okay, and plant it. Okay? Set up the 2-8.
Friday, October 18th, Titletown, USA welcomes the Octagon once again. In the main event, Chris Weidman begins the light heavyweight portion of his UFC career against undefeated knockout artist Dominic Reyes. It is UFC Fight Night at TD Garden in Boston, Friday, October 18th. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. That show, of course, also includes the rematch between Yair Rodriguez and Jeremy Stevens. Hope to see many of you in the Bean October 18th. Jumeau able to land that right hand over the top, but one and done on the feet there.
Oh, that one landed right on the edge. Jumeau won't be able to take many more of those. And both of the Lima boys, they're known for the leg kicks.
And you got to think, in some part, Luke Jumeau welcoming the ground game because of those leg kicks from Lima.
Yeah, but you don't want to be on the ground. You don't want to be down there grappling with Dhiego Lima. He's a very good jiu-jitsu fighter, very good at controlling, and if you make any mistake, he's quick to jump on those submissions.
Jumeau back to his feet, about a minute gone by here, round 2.
And if I'm Lima, I'm feinting those low leg kicks because Jumeau's not checking him. He's trying to lift his leg and evade those strikes. So I'm feinting him, and when the foot comes back down to the mat, they're not blasting that low leg kick again.
Right. And as much as Jumeau has said he has developed that left hand, he has yet to switch to that southpaw stance to try to protect that lead leg.
He's going to be forced into switching here in a second.
Just got tossed aside there.
Dhiego Lima's doing a fantastic job of catching the kicks of Jumeau. Jumeau's not throwing anything in front of his kicks. They're blind. He's just throwing body kicks without a punch to set it up. That's why they're getting caught, and he's suffering damage for it.
Two minutes have expired here in round two. Lima trying to fight hands here, potentially fight for a second underhook. Well, catch the all-new UFC Live each and every Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN2. The weekly 30-minute show gets you primed for all the Saturday night action, as well as the latest news and information from around the sport. It is UFC Live, Fridays on ESPN2. Oh, nice left hand from Lima after he attacked that lead leg yet again. Just see Lima's reading things very well defensively.
And you hear Jumeau's corner saying, on the move, Luke, on the move. They've scouted Dhiego Lima, but he's seeing all the attacks coming his way. Every time he stops and settles to go and attack, Jumeau tries to counter. But Diego's doing a good job of seeing everything and moving out of the way.
Ooh. And again, just hard to put any sort of weight. That leg looks nasty from our vantage point.
Yeah, it's all beat up. And Dhiego has struggled with guys that put a lot of pressure on him, take him down a lot, and just really make him work. And Jumeau is not doing that. He's allowing him to be too comfortable. He's allowing them to fight at too slow a pace. Dhiego can do this all night. Jumeau has to really pick it up if he's going to try to win this fight. Oh, yeah.
Wow, both men had their moments. 1 minute to go here in the round.
But this is what Jumeau has to do. When he takes some risks, the opportunities will show themselves. He's going to have to put himself into the fire, or Dhiego Lima's just going to pick him apart.
Nice job by Dhiego to drag Jumeau down.
But this is good for Luke, right? Because now Diego's having to wrestle. He's having to exert some energy. Before, he was just standing there, picking the shots, going one at a time and just fighting at a real slow pace. Jumeau needs to try to get back to his feet and continue to make Lima work.
Couple nice left hands on the ground from Dhiego Lima. Forces Luke Jumeau to change his position.
Lima's doing a good job of being higher on the posture. Just really threatening him with the choke. Not looking for it, just trying to threaten Jumeau on his way out.
2-0 Lima. As
Absolutely.
we see Luke Jumeau limp back to his corner. There was a knockdown earlier courtesy of that leg kick, DC.
I mean, he's landed these leg kicks over and over again. He landed one really low. Let's take a look at it in the replays. He landed this outside leg kick. Jumeau went down. Let's take a look at it again. Look at this leg kick right here. Big step, outside leg kick. Jumeau goes down. He pops right back up. But the damage is done. But right here, you see Jumeau land this big uppercut, and it's because he decided to take some risks. Yeah, he took a punch, but he was able to get a punch off too. He has to take risks. If he just stays at range, Dhiego Lima's going to pick him apart.
Throw it fast. Don't overcommit so you can come on top with your hands. If not, then pull out of there. Don't follow him. Okay? You got to win this round, bro.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. And in this third round, Luke Jumeau would appear to have some work to do. I mean, when you feel like you're down 2-love,
you got to just fight.
Right?
Yeah, you got to just fight. You know, you got to take some risk. You know, Luke Jumeau has fought that slower pace, right? The more measured pace, and it hasn't worked out for him. He's gotten his front leg beat up, and he's fallen behind 2 rounds. So right now he has to do something different. But his coaches are telling him not to rush in there, not to overextend himself. And I think at this point he's going to have to.
Lima's hands look pretty quick tonight. He hasn't wowed you with volume, but pretty sharp on the feet.
It's the leg kicks. He's landed so many. He's really slowed down Luke Jumeau.
Lima had some tough matchups last year, and in 2017, guys like Jesse Taylor and Yushin Okami, guys he's described as wet blankets. When the matchup has gotten a little bit more favorable, the desired results have certainly been there for him.
Yeah, he's done well when he's fought guys that fight him like this, when they stand with him and they fight at a little bit of a slower pace, you know. He struggles with the wrestlers. He struggles with the grinders, the guys that are constantly in his face, constantly trying to drag him to the floor.
Under 3.5 minutes now to go in the fight as Lima lands the right hand over the top. Dhiego trying to make it 3 consecutive wins tonight.
And like you said, he's coming into his own. And that's a credit to Dhiego Lima. Jumeau is not fighting this fight because he wants to. Lima is not allowing him to take him down. He's not allowing him to draw him into a firefight. He's fighting a good fight.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872. And there were some people a few years ago who maybe suggested that Dhiego Lima should walk away. The chin had been tested and maybe hadn't held up, and certainly been a war of attrition for him.
And he's gotten things right now because he's not taking a lot of damage anymore. He's fighting much more conservatively, and it's allowing him to stay safe, not taking those big strikes.
So already 10 leg kicks have landed for Dhiego Lima. Jumeau's takedown defense held up there a moment ago as Lima tried to change to a single. Unable to change levels.
Dhiego Lima has fought a good fight. He's fighting exactly where he needs to, at the pace he needs to.
And on the other side, Jumeau just hadn't been able to get anything going or find the range consistently, and now the clock is really working against him.
Yeah, and the clock's not his friend now, and this may be one of those times where he switches stances. Go to that new southpaw stance. Show Dhiego Lima something different and hope to land a strike that'll allow him to finish his fight.
Oh, nice uppercut from Jumeau, and then Lima immediately counters effectively.
Lima threw a nice right uppercut, then a left hook that followed.
Kind of like Dhiego still going for it despite being up on the scorecards.
It's his nature, you know, and early in his career that led to a lot of, you know, him losing fights in terms of knockouts and everything where people question if he can keep going. So if Jumeau's able to draw him into that type of fight, Dhiego will fight him that way because that's what he does. He's a tough guy that loves to fight.
All right, so 1 minute now to go, and if you're Lima, you certainly got to measure risk here. Pretty good entry, but Jumeau thwarts off the shot.
Great balance by Jumeau. Dhiego threw 2 shots at him. He hit a shot and he tried to knee pick him, and Jumeau defended them both. And then there again, he ran the pipe and tried to run double leg, and Jumeau defended him. Great job by Luke.
And even when Jumeau does land, more often than not, it is one and done. He is unofficially 25 of 78 on his significant strike attempts thus far.
And sometimes you watch too much film. You know, you expect the guy to go and you want to counter. You see Jumeau almost pulling the trigger over and over again, but not going because Dhiego's not doing what he expected him to do.
That's a good point. You know, he did his homework and did not produce the desired result tonight. Let's get to the fight replay. It is brought to you by Nemiroff. Bold character since 1872.
It was leg kicks. Dhiego Lima landed him over and over again. That real low leg kick beat up the front leg of Jumeau. And Jumeau was never able to get going again. Great job by Dhiego, knowing exactly what he needed to do, following his game plan. And I feel like he got the win. I mean, I don't see any other way they could judge this fight. And now I may have jinxed it. I mean, you're never supposed to say I don't see any other way they could do something.
Well, for Dhiego Lima's sake, hopefully you did not jinx him as these guys go the distance as many forecasted. Lima attempted 6 takedowns, got 2 of them. Nice moment between those brothers there, and I know you referenced it off the top, but Douglas has just been a huge source of inspiration and motivation for Dhiego, and just good guys to be around, man. Nice to see them have success.
Yeah, and Dhiego wasn't smiling on the walk to the octagon. Obviously, he didn't smile in the fight, but the moment the fight's over, look at the smile of Dhiego Lima. It's plastered across his face.
Well, we are awaiting the scorecards here on Luke Jumeau and Dhiego Lima. Jumeau came in with a lot of momentum. We mentioned the injuries, but he had won 8 of 9, 2 of 3 in the UFC, and just not able to get much going against the slight betting favorite, Dhiego Lima, tonight. All right, the official decision is now in. It's brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Catch all the action with Metro by T-Mobile's knockout coverage and unlimited data with those scorecards. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Garth Harriman scores the contest 29-28 Jumeau. Christopher Shen scores it 29-28 Lima. And Charlie Skeech scores the contest 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Dhiego Lima.